evening, we bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
And we give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite sports icons and athletes. I'm Boom Gonzalez, and in tonight's game plan, it's all about the champions. The 2022 PVL Reinforced Conference. The Petro Gazz Angels join us live tonight.
Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. There's no stopping Petro Gazz from soaring high in the heart of volleyball. The Angels are champions once again in the PVL Reinforced Conference. We have with us tonight Lindsay van der Weide and Rem Palma joining us here on the show. Congratulations, Angels. I'm very, very happy you're here.
Thank you.
The champions and the MVP.
And the MVP. We cannot forget about that. So I want to start off first with the MVP. First of all, can you talk a bit about that finals in general? Because I know that first game, it says 3-0 sweep, but it was a lot closer than that. And of course, 3-1 the next one.
I mean, the entire final stint was kind of crazy and a little bit surreal to me. The way our team was playing was just a completely different level. So even though that game, like you said, was an extremely close game, and that third set was insane, I felt very confident the entire time. And when you're feeling confident like that with a team, it's so much more fun. So the finals was great, to be honest. And I mean, we came out on top, so obviously it worked out for us.
Right. Rem, pagdating ni Lindsay sa training camp, anong una mong impression sa kanya? At naisip niyo na ba kagad? Ako.
Actually, sir, hindi. Siyempre, knowing naman lahat ng club teams, tapos yung set of imports na dumating, lahat yun competitive talaga.
For sure.
Pero I never doubted na malaki yung may tutulong niya sa amin. So, nung dumating siya, sabi ko, alam ko na may something in her na malaki talaga yung maiaambag niya para sa team namin.
Well, Lindsay, if you didn't understand, I've asked for her first impressions of you, and she said, "Oh, good things. Don't worry." And, what were your first impressions of the team when you first came together, and when did it click for you that hey, this is a team that could win a championship?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the entire preseason, they made me feel super comfortable. So that's a really important thing for me, especially when I'm coming to a different country. I'm always really nervous. They made me feel really comfortable. So right off the bat, that was great. And honestly, I think from game one, that's like the moment it clicked. Like before, it didn't feel off, but it just didn't feel like we were completely there. And then game one against Choco Mucho, it was there. And that was the most important time for it to all come together, you know?
I want to jump on what Paulo asked, and I want you to be specific. If there was a part of the season when you already saw the competition, you've watched the games, even the ones that you were not involved in, just from a scouting standpoint, and then you've played 3 or 4 games in the conference already. Was there a point where you said, you know what? We can go all the way with our team?
Oh, definitely.
What point?
I don't know. I would honestly say it was maybe after the first 2 or 3 games, once I had actually been able to see everyone play. I knew there were strong teams, but I knew we were going to be in that top competing. So I was very confident after the first few games, for sure.
Rem, looking at yung team nyo, even from the locals here, it felt like everyone was stepping up in bigger ways. Si MJ Phillips nga, able to step up in a way that not a lot of people outside probably thought that she could.
Yes.
Ano masasabi mo sa improvement of the team as a whole from an individual perspective also?
Coming into this conference po talaga, nakita ko yung hard work ng bawat isa. Na after kasi ng invitational run namin, na hindi dun sa gusto namin na mangyari.
Yeah.
And then, going to Reinforce, nakita ko lahat yung hard work talaga at yung pag-extra ng mga kasama ko para, kumbaga, mai-add up namin lahat ng skills na kung ano yung mga lapses namin during the invitationals. Ngayon, mapupunuan namin coming to the Reinforce Conference.
The invitationals, obviously, for those who don't know, hindi kayo nakarating sa semifinals. It came up short in terms of your goal. One of the things that we said on TV a lot, covering your games, was the fitness level I noticed was different this Reinforced Conference. And maybe I'm a little biased because your coach was my fitness coach. Coach Chappy Calianta, shout out. But seriously, Myla Pablo had no Siyempre, everybody's got issues, for sure. Nicks and dings here and there. Pero no major injury. Janelle, Cheng, Chi, Saet looks like they're in the best shape of their lives. Ikaw, Bang, ang titindi nung fitness. What can you say about the physicality nung game nyo?
Siguro, yung sa mindset pa lang po namin na individually, magbibigay na kami ng full effort namin coming to trainings, lalo pag sa game. So, dun pa lang po kasi, syempre, nakikita naman natin yon na pag naglaro na kami, kunwari, yung physical, na kung ano yung nakikita physically sa akin, pero behind the scenes, kung ano yung trabaho na nilalagay namin. So, dun pa lang po, alam naman namin na pag naglaro kami, meron kaming baon. Hindi kami basta magpapatalo lang or ibibigay lang yung laro. Kasi alam namin, pinaghandaan talaga namin. Ganun po.
Well, Lindsay, I'm sure you had an idea of Philippine volleyball before you even came here. I'm sure you've done your own research as well. And now that you've actually experienced an entire season, now that you experience everything from the players to the fans to the culture, what are you coming away with after the season, albeit, just a couple days since then?
I mean, this is my 4th season overseas, and the seasons have not even been close to this. This is a completely different world of volleyball in the Philippines. I can say that 100%. And I mean, I would say a big part of it's the fans, but it's just the production, the teams, how professional it is. I mean, the league is just in a league of its own. It's really different here.
Have you gotten this much media attention in all the other countries that you've played in? Like all these interviews, social media, traditional media, all of that. And we were joking about all the pictures that you have to take with the fans. Have you gotten that kind of attention before?
I mean, the only time that was similar to this, I would say, was my collegiate career in Oregon.
Right.
This is what has closely compared to that. No other season overseas has.
Can I follow up on this, Paul? You scored also your career high here more than any other country. What was the closest that you had?
I think when
And
I was
where?
in Hungary, I scored like maybe 29.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's close.
exactly.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, close. But 34, that's a little different.
Of course, and Rem, syempre, when you look at this group, when you look at this team, of course, with Lindsay there, I'm sure, would you want to Lindsay back? Would you want, like, how
Big yes.
Ano yung connection ninyo? Can you tell us a bit about the connection
Yeah.
that you formed with Lindsay that I'm sure is going to extend even after the season?
Actually, before coming here, I told her na we made a great bond.
Right.
That bond that we gonna have, the memories that last forever na, I want her back. I want her back.
Paolo's not even done with your question. It's just
Yes, I know, 100%.
No doubt, no doubt.
No doubt, 100%. But Rem, of course, when people come in to your team, whether it be guest players or would it be new additions to the team, obviously they add something different. What do you think she added to your team the most? Apart, of course, from the points, apart from all of the stats that we see, what do you think she added to the group the most para sa'yo?
Actually, her energy itself. The way she plays. I mean, every game talaga, pag po katabi ko siya, sinasabi ko na, babe, I know you got me. The same way that I got you. Ganun ko laging sinasabi sa kanya pag naglalaro kami. So parang yung ganung feeling, di ba? Confident ka na alam mong may kasama ka na maglalaro talaga, na sama-sama kayo, na buo kayo. Ganun po talaga yung na-feel ko towards sa kanya and sa buong team namin. Kaya siguro na-bless kami na makaabot sa finals and nakuha namin yung championship.
I have to ask this question. You're a very blunt person, Lindsay. So I need to ask: was there a part of you? You're the champion. You're MVP. Was there a part of you that wanted some get back at the team that beat you a couple of times? I know how competitive you are.
Yeah.
I'm seeing you're seething already.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
was there a part of you that you wanted them to be the one?
I mean, definitely there was a part of me. I wanted to beat that team. That's a very good team. I think we're a very good team.
Correct.
I wanted, of course, another chance.
Right.
Didn't turn out that way. I mean, I don't think we would have been in the finals if they were in the finals. I don't know how that would have worked out with the numbers, but I mean, yeah, it would have been great to play them again, but,
You did your part, and that's the important thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But then, Lindsay, a lot of people are going to be wondering now, what's next for you? What's next for the next step of your career? And of course, based on what she said, they want you back. And I'm sure you have something to say about that too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go home for Christmas. That's the next thing I'm looking forward to. But the next Reinforced Conference, I would obviously love to play here. This has been one of the best volleyball experiences I've had in years. So I would love to come back.
And I'm sure they would love to have you back.
Absolutely.
We would love to have you back. Congratulations
Thank
for
you.
the MVP, the championship, and just the whole experience here in the Philippines. It was great having you here in the country, and hopefully it won't be the last time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, girls. Congratulations again.
And after the break, We've got more of the champion Petro Gazz Angels and stories with your favorite athletes. So stay tuned. You're watching the game. Welcome back to the game. With the 12-12 Lazada's Grand Pamasko coming up, we finally get to add to cart and check out from December 12 to 14 all the biggest deals they have to offer. And just like us, our UAAP athletes are also gearing up to check out their favorite items from their cart. Now with this, let's see some of Carl Tamayo's Lazada favorites in this latest edition of League Fits.
Hi everyone, this is Carl Tamayo of UP Fighting Maroons and this is Lazada's League Fits. So madami nagtatanong ano daw ang regular OOTD ko. So special on game day, school day, and date night. So bibigyan ko kayong konting tips paano ako pumorma, kung ano yung fashion para sa akin. So game na ba kayo? So una, pre-game OOTD ko. Every game, usually nag-wear lang ako ng plain white shirt, black jogger pants, and rubber shoes. Mas pinili ko siya na medyo loose siya sa akin kasi I feel like mas swaggy siya tignan and mas comfortable ako. So date night, polo shirt para formal tignan and classic tignan, and black jeans and white shoes. So simple lang siya pero malakas ang dating. So subukan niyo yung forma ko. At lahat to, pwede niyo makita sa Lazada. So ngayon naman, ito yung go-to outfit ko lagi pag pumapasok ko sa class. So plain white shirt, shorts, and white shoes. Kasi Lagi kong gustong white shirt kasi nga malinis tignan. And short kasi very comfortable ako pag naka-shorts ako. Sa school naman namin, wala naman kaming uniform. Plain white shoes kasi yun nga, malinis siya tignan. So of course, yung bag natin, hindi magiging kumpleto pag estudyante pag wala tayong bag. Alam nyo, as a student athlete, talagang time-consuming siya. Thank you sa Lazada. Lahat ng outfit na gusto ko, nahahanap ko sa Lazada. So mas napapadali nila yung buhay ko. Hi, ako ulit, Carl Tamayo. For the second segment, maglalaro tayo ng add to cart or drop from cart. Drop from cart. Kasi hindi ako masyado mahilig sa may print na damit. Add to cart. Kasi jogger pants, go-to pants yan. Short shorts. Drop from cart. Kasi parang hindi ako komportable pag sobrang ikli ng shorts ko. At add to cart. Sometimes ginagamit ko rin yan. For sure, add to cart kasi as a athlete, kailangan mo ng ganyang kalaking bag eh. Add to cart kasi kailangan hydrated ka lagi, especially if may practice ka. Add to cart for sure kasi sapatos, athlete. Drop from cart, hindi ako nagsusuot ng ganyan. Add to cart kasi simple lang yung style ng shirt. Drop from cart. Hindi ko talaga trip yung madaming design sa susuotin ko. Add to cart. Kailangan natin yan. Add to cart kasi sobrang comfy ng sleepers na yan. Drop from cart. Drop from cart. Add to cart kasi pag gusto mo na sa zone ka ng game day mo, gusto mo mindset ka na sa game, so kailangan mo ng music para lang ma-zone up ka na ikaw lang mag-isa, parang ganun. I hope you enjoy hanging out with me, and be sure to download the Lazada app, add to cart, and check out na.
On to some holiday cheer with this year's Alagang PBA's Pamaskong Handog. The PBA, led by Commissioner Willie Marcial, Magnolia Team Manager and four-time PBA MVP Alvin Patrimonio, Rain or Shine Center Big Bo Belga, and Morocco Bolts guard Chris Newsom, partnered with the AHA Learning Center. 15 lucky kids were treated to a day of fun filled with heartfelt and memorable activities, which included playtime at PlayLab and shopping at the Robinsons department store. When we return, we'll get to hear from the champion coaches as they talk about their journey with the Petro Gazz Angels. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game.
Welcome back to the game. Now, behind every gold medal is a lot of thinking, planning, and adjusting, and that's what we have the coaches for. And joining us tonight, the brains behind the championship, the coaches of Petro Gazz, Coach Raul Ricafort and Coach Arnold Lanyug. Good evening and congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the top of the PVL mountain, so to speak. Coach, okay, excuse me, I wanted to ask also yung kung ano yung thoughts niyo kay Lindsay, no? Kasi ang Petro Gazz may reputasyon na, di ba, mga guest player, mga reinforcement, magagaling eh. Yung, ang tindi na scouting niyo pagdating dyan. Pakikwento naman sa amin yung process, no? Paano nyo nahanap, at saan nyo nahanap, at anong impressions nyo kay Lindsay?
Actually, nagkaroon kami ng list of candidates nga na pwede kunin. From that list, si Lindsay talaga yung mga I mean, sa lahat ng skills, receiving, spiking. And yun, from there, pinush talaga namin na siya na. Pagdating naman dito, nagkaroon talaga ng time na for her adjustment. Pero ang na-feel namin na swerte ulit kami, like from our previous imports, is yung ugali. I mean, nag-click siya agad sa teammates niya. Sa amin, okay agad yung pakikisama. Parang matagal mo na siya kilala, mabait talaga yung tao. So, doon pa lang alam na naming madaling magiging samahan namin.
Hindi swerte yun, magaling lang talaga yung maghanap.
Pero coach, just to add on to that, kasi syempre, sometimes, you're wondering, magki-click ba to? Mag-gel ba to?
Yeah.
And nung nakita mo na nag-click siya, how's yung sa'yo for relief ninyo?
Actually, nung game 1 yun nung sa Choco Musha game 1, nagulat kami, like, yung iba niyang ginawa, hindi pa namin nakita sa trainings eh. So, from there, tas yung kung paano sila nag-gel from the first game and hanggang magtuloy, doon namin nakita na siguro may maabot tayong malayo-layo ngayon.
Nakadali tayo ng magaling na.
Nakadali.
Kasi alam naman natin, Coach Arnold, pagdating sa reinforced conference, syempre matindi yung burden, ano?
Yes.
Sa guest player. Hindi maganda yung pagtatapos ng invitational. Nagkaroon kayo off-season. Kwento nyo naman sa amin ano yung proseso ng off-season na yun para sa inyo. Assessment and everything.
Well, talagang hindi naging maganda kasi yung last 2 games, hindi ako naka-attend because nagka-positive.
Yung pa, ang daming nagkaroon ng problema.
Talagang isa na rin sa pinagugutan ng teams namin na talagang kailangan makabawi talaga this coming, reinforce talaga. So talagang nag-double time talaga lahat talaga.
Ano yung naging tingin nyo parang assessment nung invitational na parang, kailangan itong pagdating ng reinforced, ganito tayo?
Actually, ang daming factor kasi. Plus, yun nga, parang mas nagkakilanlan na yung isa't isang mga players na from first na conference last March or February na walang expectation. Then nung sa invitational, medyo nagkakilanlan na hindi pa ganun kalalim. So, yun, para may mga misunderstanding din talaga na nangyayari. Now, which is normal naman sa part na ng isang team na pinagdadaanan talaga yan.
Yeah.
Then, this talagang reinforce talagang na-feel namin yung pag-submit nila sa isa't isa. Di-submit also yung sarili nila sa amin. So, nag-commit sila dun sa pinag-usapan na goal namin as a group.
Well, Coach
Kaya
Rod,
naging madali.
well, Coach Rod, I want to ask you about yung confidence na to. Because in the elimination round, syempre, not at the very top. Pero at the end of the day, sa semifinals and moving on, obviously, Petro Gazz ended up winning it all. Ano nangyari in between the elimination round and the semifinals? And in between the semifinals and the finals that really encouraged all of you na, okay, it is our time?
Actually, from the elims, nagkaroon pa kami ng bad game with F2. Siguro may konting complacency given na sure na kami na makapasok. But sabi nga namin, going to the semis, yung mindset ba namin na itong games na to mahaba pa dahil round robin nga yung naging format. And then going to the finals, yun nga, sobrang crucial nung game namin with Signal and then after yung Kremlin and Cherry na doon pa kami nagbase kung makakapasok o hindi. Pero nagkaroon naman kami ng usapan na whatever happens, kung ano may ibigay sa amin, trabahuhin namin sa Thursday na yun, kasi Thursday na yung susunod na game. So, sobrang blessing na bigla kami nakapasok ng finals and yung moral talagang na-doble-doble yung boost dahil gusto talaga namin mag-finals eh. Pero dahil nga dun sa game din namin mag-signal na hindi namin na straight sets, dun nagkaroon ng factor na baka malaglag, baka hindi. So, yung antayan ng game ng Kremlin and Cherry, yun yung maging, alam mo yun, yung per point, hindi naman namin team, parang dun talaga sobrang naging exciting sa part namin. Pero yun, naging blessing na nakapasok. And sabi na nga namin, susulitin namin yung final. So, natrabaho naman.
Okay, dumating tayo sa finals. Yung game 1, mabigat yung second set, mabigat yung third set. A lot of people will say, oh, it's the experience that won out and all. Pero pag titignan mo naman yung signal, hindi rin naman mga bata yung mga yan. You know, these are very experienced players also. Ano naging edge nyo? Tingin nyo dun sa, first of all, yung game 1 and then eventually yung pagtatapos nyo sa game 2?
I think siguro yung sabi ko nga sa team after nung game 1, first time ko nakita yung group na nakatutok all the time. Sabi ko, considering na nakuha namin yung first set, after the first set, never mind natapos na nakuha na. Focus on the second set, 1 point at a time. So, sa big help also yung counseling namin with our sports psychologist, with Sir Marcus. Na,
Si Boss Marcus.
yes, sa last 2 sets ng first game na juice point. So, never nilang naramdaman nila yung pressure, but because of yung focus nila as a group na andun, talagang hindi nawala talaga. Kumbaga, before, pagka ganun yung feeling, parang may nangangamba pa kami, baka bumigay.
Tama.
Pero that situation, confident kami ni Coach Ral na talaga hindi nila bibitawan yung situation.
And it obviously comes from you also,
Yes.
no? Nakikita nila. You know, I said that on TV in game number 2. I was looking at their eyes in that game number 2 and I saw a different kind of parang focus nga from the Petro Gazz players. So ngayon ko nalalaman na parang yun na nga. Hindi mali yung nakita mo, no?
Coach Arnold, I just wanna ask to piggyback on that kasi na-mention mo kanina, kahit nandun yung pressure, parang hindi sila pressure eh. Paano nag-evolve yan, yung mentality na yon throughout the season? Because obviously working with yung sports psychologist was a big part of it. Pero sa palagay mo, saan mo nakita muna na, okay, gumagana yung mga session na yun?
Yes, because in-emphasize ka ni Sir Marcos, yung sports psychologist namin, na 1 point at a time, yung 1 point warrior na sinasabi niya na kung ano yung situations, doon lang tayo maglalaro. Pressure is always there, pero paano natin i-embrace yung situation na hindi tayo magpapa-affect dun sa pressure na naandun. So yun, naging maganda talaga.
It worked well for our boxers. It works well for Petro Gazz. Coach, individually, MJ Phillips, Myla Pablo, they delivered. Of course, the 2 players we had, Remy and Lindsay, sila Bang. Ang ganda ng mga contributions. What can you say about them?
Yun, talaga nanggaling dun sa yung initial initial goal nila sa sarili nila na talagang babawi this conference. And like what Rem said a while ago, yung effort nila outside the court, like yung mga extra workouts, lahat ng extra na pwede nilang gawin to improve yung sa physical aspect nga nila. So I think malaking factor na dahil doon tumagal sila hanggang sa dulo, hindi pa ubos yung mga tao. I mean, kayang-kaya pang lumaban ng
Kaya pa best of 5 eh, no?
Pero okay na ngayon. Okay na muna. Alright. Coach Arnold, maraming salamat. Congratulations once again. Champions, Petro Gazz Angels. We're excited to see what is next for Petro Gazz. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for coming by to the show. Thank you for joining us, everybody. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Paolo Del Rosario. This has been The Game.